Hey, welcome back to Next Level English, the podcast where we take real life situations and turn them into your biggest English wins. I am your host, Maya, and today we have something super exciting lined up for you.
And I am Tom. And Maya, I have to say, today's topic is one of my personal favorites because it is real, it is practical, and honestly, it is a little bit sweaty.
A little bit sweaty, yes. Today, we are talking about English during fitness class. Whether you go to the gym, you do yoga, you take a spin class, or you just follow a workout video online, there is a whole world of English happening in that space. And if you have ever felt lost or confused when an instructor says something and you just nod along hoping you're doing the right thing,
This episode is for you.
this episode is absolutely for you. So stay with us because by the end of today, you are going to walk into any fitness class and understand every single word. Let's go.
All right, Maya, let's start from the very beginning. You walk into a fitness class for the first time. What is the very first English you are going to hear?
So the first thing an instructor usually says is something like, "Welcome everyone, find your space." Find your space. That is such a common phrase in fitness settings. Find your space means look around and choose a spot on the floor where you will exercise. It's not just about physical space, it's your own little area.
Find your space. Find your space. I love that one because it's so simple, but if you've never heard it before, you might think, what space? Space like outer space?
Right, exactly. You're looking up at the ceiling like, where is the space?
And then the instructor might say something like, grab a mat. Grab a mat. Now, grab here does not mean grab aggressively. In fitness English, grab just means take something or pick something up. So grab a mat means go and pick up an exercise mat.
Grab a mat, grab a mat. You will hear that one a lot. And then they might also say grab some water or grab your weights. So grab is a very versatile word in the fitness world.
Exactly. Grab means to take or pick up. So remember that one. Grab a mat, grab your weights, grab some water.
Now let's talk about warm-up vocabulary because every single fitness class starts with a warm-up, and there's a specific set of phrases that go with it.
Oh yes, the warm-up section. So the instructor will say, let's warm up, or we are going to start with a warm-up. Now warm-up as a noun means a set of gentle exercises you do before the real workout to prepare your body. And warm-up as a verb means to do those exercises.
Warm up. And during the warm-up, you'll hear things like roll your shoulders back, roll your shoulders back. So roll here means to move in a circular motion. The instructor wants you to rotate your shoulders in a backward circle.
Roll your shoulders back, roll your shoulders back. And then you might hear drop your chin to your chest, drop your chin to your chest. Drop here means to lower gently, so lower your chin until it touches your chest. It's a neck stretch.
Drop your chin to your chest. And another very common warm-up phrase is shake it out. Shake it out. This one sounds funny, but it just means to loosely shake your arms, your legs, your body to relax your muscles, like you're shaking water off your hands.
Shake it out. I love shake it out because it just sounds so casual. Like, yeah, just shake it out.
It is so casual, and the instructor might also say, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So inhale means to breathe in and exhale means to breathe out. You'll hear inhale and exhale constantly throughout a fitness class.
Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Write those down if you haven't already. Those two are non-negotiable in fitness English. Okay, so we've warmed up. Now the real workout begins, Maya. What kind of phrases are we going to hear once things get intense?
Once things get real, yes. So one of the most common things instructors say is, you got this. You got this. Now, this is an encouragement phrase. It means you can do it. You're capable. Keep going. Instructors say it when they can see students are struggling or getting tired.
You got this. You got this. And it feels so good to hear it even if your legs are burning.
It really does. And similar to that, they might say push through it. Push through it. Push through means to continue even when something is difficult. So push through the pain, push through the tiredness, keep going no matter how hard it feels.
Push through it. Push through it. Another one I hear all the time is give me 10 more. Give me 10 more. This means do 10 more repetitions. A repetition, or rep for short, is one complete movement of an exercise.
Give me 10 more. And sometimes they say, last set, I promise. Last set, I promise. A set is a group of repetitions. So if you do 10 push-ups, that's one set of 10 reps. And when the instructor says last set, it means this is the final group before you rest or move on.
Last set, I promise. And honestly, sometimes they're lying.
Sometimes they are absolutely lying, but you push through anyway.
Push through it. There it is again.
Now let's talk about some really important movement words, because in a fitness class, the instructor gives you directions using very specific action words, and if you don't know them, you're going to be doing the wrong exercise entirely.
So true. Let's go through the big ones. First, squat down. Squat down. To squat means to bend your knees and lower your body like you're about to sit in a chair, but there is no chair. Squat down.
Squat down, and then lunge forward. Lunge forward. A lunge is when you step 1 foot forward, bend both knees, and lower your back knee toward the floor. Lunge forward.
Lunge forward. And how about extend your arms? Extend your arms. To extend means to straighten out fully. So extend your arms means stretch your arms out completely. Do not bend them.
Extend your arms. Extend your arms. And the opposite of extend is bend. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Bend means to make an angle, to not keep something straight.
Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Those two are opposites, and you'll hear them constantly together.
And then one more really important one, hold it. Hold it. When the instructor says hold it, they want you to freeze in your current position and stay there for a few seconds. Don't move, just hold.
Hold it. Hold it. And usually right after hold it, they say and release. And release. Release means to relax, to let go of the position, to stop holding.
Hold it and release. Hold it and release. Those go together like a pair.
Maya, can we talk about the class types now? Because different fitness classes have their own specific vocabulary, and I think our listeners need to hear some of that.
Absolutely. So let's start with yoga, because yoga has a very specific English vocabulary. In yoga class, the instructor will say things like, come into downward dog. Come into downward dog. Downward dog is a famous yoga pose where your body makes a triangle shape with the floor, your hips are up high, and your hands and feet are flat on the mat.
Come into downward dog. And in yoga, they also say flow through your vinyasa. Flow through your vinyasa. Now, flow here means to move smoothly and continuously without stopping. And vinyasa is a sequence of movements that connect one pose to another.
Flow through your vinyasa. And the instructor might also say, find stillness. Find stillness. Stillness means complete calm, no movement, total quiet in your body. Find stillness means stop moving and just be completely still.
Find stillness. Find stillness. That's such a beautiful phrase, actually.
It really is. Now let's talk about spin class, because spin class vocabulary is very different, very high energy.
Oh, spin class. Everything is loud and fast.
Everything is loud. So in spin class, the instructor says things like, crank up the resistance. Crank up means to increase or raise something. Resistance on a spin bike is how hard or heavy it feels to pedal. So crank up the resistance means make it harder to pedal.
Crank up the resistance. And they also say get out of the saddle. Get out of the saddle. The saddle is the seat of the spin bike. So get out of the saddle means stand up while you're still pedaling. You're cycling while standing.
Get out of the saddle. Get out of the saddle. And in a high energy spin class, you will also hear all the way up, let's go, which just means keep pushing, keep going, do not slow down.
And not instructor energy makes you do things you never thought your legs could do.
Truly, your legs just take over.
Okay, let's shift into cool down territory, because the end of a fitness class has its own beautiful vocabulary too.
Yes, the cool down. After all that intensity, you hear the instructor's voice get softer, the music slows down, and they say something like, bring your heart rate down. Bring your heart rate down means slow it down gradually with gentle movement.
Bring your heart rate down. And then they might say, find a comfortable seat. Find a comfortable seat means sit down in a position that feels good for you. It is very gentle, very open language.
Find a comfortable seat, and then you will hear a lot of stretching language, like reach your arms overhead. Reach overhead means to lift both arms up above your head as high as they can go. Reach overhead.
Reach overhead, reach overhead. And fold forward. Fold forward means to bend from your hips and let your upper body hang down toward the floor while keeping your legs straight. Fold forward.
Fold forward. And one of my absolute favorites at the end of a class, honor your body today. Honor your body. This means respect what your body did today. Appreciate the effort you made. Be grateful for your body's strength. It is a very mindful, positive phrase.
Honor your body today. I love that one. It just makes you feel good about yourself no matter what you did in that class.
Exactly. Whether you crushed it or struggled through, you honor your body.
Now, Maya, I want to talk about this social English that happens in fitness class because it is not just about the instructor. Sometimes you are talking to the person next to you.
Oh, this is so important because a lot of learners feel confident understanding the instructor, but then someone turns to them and says something and they freeze.
Exactly. So one of the most common things a classmate says is this spot taken? Is this spot taken? This means, is anyone using this space? Can I set up here next to you? The answer is yes if someone is using it, no if it is free.
Is this spot taken? Is this spot taken? And if the spot is free, you say, no, go ahead. Go ahead means, please, feel free, you can do it.
Go ahead. And then after class, people often say, great class today. Great class today. Or that was a tough one. That was a tough one. Tough means difficult or challenging. So that was a tough one means that workout was really hard.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one. And sometimes someone says, I am completely wiped out. Wiped out means totally exhausted, like your energy has been erased. Wiped out.
I am completely wiped out. Every time after leg day.
Every single time.
And a very casual, friendly thing to say is good workout. Good workout. Just 2 words, but it's like a high five with language. You're saying, well done. That was a good session.
Good workout. Simple, friendly, and people will love you for saying it. Now, before we wrap up, let's do a quick review because our listeners at Next Level English know that repetition is where the magic happens.
Let's do it.
So, we started with find your space. Find your space. That means locate a spot in the room to exercise.
Grab a mat. Grab a mat. Pick up an exercise mat.
Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out.
You got this. You got this. An encouragement phrase meaning you can do it.
Push through it. Push through it. Keep going even when it's hard.
Give me 10 more. Give me 10 more. Do 10 more repetitions.
Hold it and release. Hold it and release. Stay still, then let go.
Crank up the resistance. Crank up the resistance. Make it harder or more intense.
Bring your heart rate down. Bring your heart rate down. Slow down and recover.
And honor your body today. Honor your body. Respect and appreciate what you did.
Those are your fitness class English essentials right there.
Maya, any final thoughts for our listeners today?
Yes, I want to say something important. Learning English is a workout too. It takes repetition, it takes consistency, and some days are harder than others. But just like your instructor says in class, you got this. Push through it. And every single episode, every single word you learn here, that's progress.
And that's why we're here at Next Level English, to be right beside you through every rep,
Every set,
every stretch.
and every wiped out moment.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who is learning English, subscribe to Next Level English wherever you listen to your podcasts, and leave us a comment telling us what fitness class vocabulary you already knew before today.
We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep learning, keep moving, and remember, every word you learn is a next level version of you.
See you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.